Good morning, guys. You all right?
Are you? How far out do you get excited about this game? Are you already jittery?
I always get excited about it, but I'm also nervous about it. I don't think it ever leaves you for this match. It's absolutely huge. It's built up prior to the game, the full week it's normally, but because it's been international week, and other things have gone on, it's took away a little bit of that pushing it. So maybe this time we'll get a decent football match, because the last few games between Liverpool and Manchester United have not been great.
Yeah, and this sense of excitement is slightly less as well, given the gap that's been like, I mean, you mentioned some of the recent games, right? Like the February game, the 0-0, Liverpool's title ambitions are take a severe dent that day, hatful of injuries as well out of the game. But all that notwithstanding, the gap has been widening ever since February.
Yes, it has, and I think this is catch up for Manchester United. And listen, we've been there. We've looked at the gap between ourselves and Manchester United, and we've gone, oh my goodness, how are we going to bridge that? I've gone into every season, even when we were having difficult times, even when I was with Julian and Benitez and Rodgers, and thinking, we're better. We're going to be better than Manchester, and we're going to win the league. And find ourselves before Christmas. You're always lagging behind, but this seems as though it's catch up now for Manchester United. And I think the realisation for Manchester United fans, oh my goodness, how far adrift are we actually? Not just from Liverpool, but from a lot of other clubs, and that's the daunting thing. Yes, they can see Liverpool in the distance, but it's other clubs as well, and that is not what they're enjoying.
Do you see any signs of life, for any sense of hope for United fans under Solskjaer now, or is it all for a team obviously just 2 points above the relegation places at the minute, early in the season obviously, but is it all headed one direction for you?
It's not great, but I think people they have to stick by, Ollie. You can't just keep changing people, because even the likes of Everton with Marco Silva, because they've got money, they think, oh yeah, just get rid of the manager. We're having a little bit of a difficult time. They have to have a vision, and they have to stick with it. Other managers have just thrown money at it, not had a vision. At least with Ole, they've got a vision, and he can see what he wants, but it's going to take transfer windows, maybe not even 2. It's maybe going to take a little bit more, and there's maybe a little bit more hate still to come for the Manchester United fans. But that doesn't make it any easier this weekend for me as a Liverpool fan, because every dog has its day. And maybe it's this day, and you will know Manchester United fans and the players, they'll roll up the sleeves, they will make one Hercule massive effort to win this football match, and that's what worries me. And Man United fans will rejoice if it does go their way, and think, but I will be thinking, well, where's this been for the other 8 games this season? Why is it taking something like this for you to get up for it? Yeah. And that's where the disappointment for Manchester United fans will lie, hopefully.
Yeah, and any small advancements have been followed by a few steps back as well, we've seen over the last while. It is 4 years to the day, Phil, since Jurgen Klopp's first game in charge of Liverpool. It's so early in the season yet, but you've already mentioned what an incredible position Liverpool are in. Only 4 players from the squad that day 4 years ago survive in the Liverpool squad today. But how impressed have you been by what Jurgen Klopp has done at the club in those 4 years?
Well, it is, and a massive respect to Jurgen for what he's done. He has put the smiles back on faces, he has. But this was a vision. I can go back, not last October, but the October before, when Liverpool fans were on phone-ins calling for Jurgen's head. I don't know whether people will remember that, but I was thinking at the time, who and where would we get another manager of Jurgen Klopp's experience and vision than what we've got? And rightly we stuck by him, because it's not just Jurgen, it's the people behind him. Our owners have learned not to be impatient. They have a vision, they have a structure, they have a recruitment structure which is in place, and they've pushed it. They have a commercial drive which has pushed it for them. Everything about it has been perfect, not just Jurgen, but it is going in the right direction. And that's what I'm trying to say to the Manchester United fans, dare I say it, is that's what they have to look at. But Liverpool, it didn't come straight away. Yes, we had near misses in cups, but they had this vision with Jurgen of where they're going, where they've looked for players, the right players, to take this club forward. So it has been absolutely wonderful. Dare I know that we've had a thing like sort of Manchester City with all their gazillions that they've got in front of them. But it's been wonderful with what Jurgen Klopp has done for our football club. And long may it continue, because that is where the vision lies. It has to continue. It's not just as we've had with Houllier, with Benitez, with Rodgers, a flirtation with it. We need this to be on a consistent basis. And this cycle, what we talk about, hopefully, is now our time.
Yeah. When you look at some of the troubles with some of the maybe really established managers in world football, like some of the older ones, the likes of Mourinho, maybe a little less so Zidane, Pep, obviously at the minute, you've some of the younger guns like Pochettino, Thomas Tuchel, some of these guys as well. But you look at survey the scene, I suppose, of managers at some of the top clubs around the world. Is Klopp the best manager in world club football for you at the minute?
Listen, I think Klopp has done wonders, even with Dortmund, what he did. Listen, I still even couldn't, with what Pep does and how he plays the game, I think is absolutely fantastic. So him and Pep and Klopp are terrific managers. They do it with a smile on their face most of the time. And I think that is the great thing. They connect with the people, which is another great thing. And yes, there's a few other managers who've their reputations have slipped just of late. They're still good managers. But I think the time for what Jurgen and Pep has brought to the Premier League has been nothing short of sensational. I think some of the other managers that you said will come back, but I think others are on the wane.
Yeah. In terms of the game this weekend, I'm assuming that this morning's confirmation that it looks as though De Gea and Pogba are not going to be in that United team. I mean, you would have had plenty of reason for hope without that, but that I'm assuming means that it's almost job done for Liverpool this Sunday.
Well, no, I never believe it's job done. And as I explained to you before, this thing where some of the Manchester United players will turn up this weekend, I've no doubts. We still will be favourites, and I see that. But we have to turn up as well. I think if we turn up and Manchester United turn up, there's only one winner, and that's going to be Liverpool. So we have to make sure that we are right, focused. We go into it. It will be a cauldron. But I really do think that Liverpool will have a little bit too much for them on the day. And I do see a Liverpool victory. Nobody's going to be shocked by that. But I think Manchester United fans will be just hoping that their team does have a good performance.
Yeah, I think it certainly looks that way. Can I ask you one before we let you go, Phil, just in terms of the game this weekend? If Alisson was fit and was playing this weekend and all those other names we've mentioned, is there any player in that United squad that you'd put in the Liverpool team?
No. Not one. Not the way Matip's playing. I mean, Matip would be back because Harry Maguire, I've great admiration for him, and I think he might have been one that might sneak in. But I think how Matip has performed sort of in the last third of last season and the start of this season, he has just been nothing short of sensational. And as partnerships go, him and Van Dijk have been brilliant. And I thought Gomez was going to be the way forward for Liverpool, but no, I'm sorry, there's no players that Manchester United would get in.
Yeah, for once it's hard to argue on that, Phil, and on your predicted outcome as well. Listen, enjoy the game at the weekend. Thanks, Willie, for taking the call.
Thanks, my pleasure. Have a good day.
Cheers, thanks a lot. Phil Thompson on the line there ahead of United Liverpool this weekend at Old Trafford. It's Sunday, it's 4:30. There's full, live and exclusive commentary and Off the Ball.